Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Grace Dynamics and welcome to the review. This review is of the Formula Pro Elite V2 from GSI. Now, many of you may have tested seeing the version 1, and as you know, the version 1 had some cool stuff, but the V2 is even better. First and foremost, thank you to Jose from Gomez himself, sending this over free of charge so that I can review it. He also sent me a pair of pretty cool gloves, a nice GSI sweatshirt, the cool purple spacer to attach to my wheel. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean he gets to get the benefit of the doubt just because he sent me something free. I'm still going to be honest, still going to provide feedback, and tell you what I think. Now, whether or not that means you go out and buy this wheel, that's up to you. But let's take a look at the wheel. So the wheel you see before you is the GSI Phantom FPEV2. As configured is $1,515 US, and again I did add the additional funky knob, so that was an additional $12. On the back you'll see I've got the aluminum shifters. You can upgrade to carbon fiber for an additional $50. It's got the clutches and the paddles, and again there's a really nice pull on the clutches, but we'll talk more about that later. So let's get on over to the front of the wheel so we can take a look at what you have. And what you have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 buttons, 5 encoders on the front that can do push and push release. You've got 2 funky knobs, again that mine are in red, and you got 2 thumb encoders which are absolutely necessary in 2025. So as you can see, a really nice wheel with great grips, and I think you'll really enjoy this one. Alright, so from the moment you get the wheel, you plug it in, make sure you download the SimOS software from GSI. Absolutely great to have. Let you calibrate all of the different options on your wheel, and what you'll see is you'll get some nice ads of all the other wheels they have. You'll go to all devices, click on FPEV2, you'll come up to the screen at the top here and make sure it's up to date. Of course, typically when you plug it in, it's going to check that for you. Once you validate that your wheel's up to date, now you're going to see your clutches. You're going to go ahead and pick whatever clutch mode you want to use. You can use them as clutches, gas and brake, launch control, button mode, or if you don't have them installed, choose no clutch installed. I use it as dual clutch combined. I scroll down, it's going to have little alerts to let you know about the clutches itself. This is simply telling you that once you calibrate your master clutch to right or left, you're going to see the inputs register on the side that the master clutch is located. So for me, mine is on the right at a 65 point for bite point. So if I go ahead and pull them both in at the same time, when I release the right, it goes to 65%, and then slow to release the left, and you see it all registers on the right because that's the side I chose as the master clutch. When you scroll down a little bit more, you get more options for the 5 encoders on the front. The 5 encoders on the front have the ability to, 1, operate as regular encoders. You turn it left to right, you get an input. You push it, you get an input. You can also change it to, well, now you want to use it when you push and rotate. So you push the button in, rotate it right or left, it will not register an input until you release it. So again, you have the ability to have those different settings right on the wheel. The encoder pulse width, again, depending on the game you're using, sometimes you'll turn it 3 times and it might register 1 input depending on the game. So you may want to make sure you have different encoder pulse widths to enable it so that maybe if you turn it 3 times, you want it to turn 3 times on a particular setting. So you want the pulse width to either be greater or shorter depending on the sim. LED brightness, of course, make sure you have a powered hub. I say with all of these wheels, it recommends it for medium and high. I say even for low because these wheels start to draw power with all of the LEDs, the dashes, and all the things you're running. So have a powered hub. And then the developer tools will tell you which wheel you're actually using. So again, you get many different settings that you can change here, the theme of the application, developer mode, and all of these things here and different settings in the app. I love the fact that they have an app because that makes your life 10 times easier. Alright, so now let's get to what you really care about. How does it feel to drive? 1, all the buttons, all the knobs, all the funky knobs, the encoders, everything is right where you want it to be. The shifting feels smooth, it's got a nice pull to it, it's something again that just screams quality. Anybody who's ever used GSI knows, I think they're the best quality wheel you can get out there. There are some nipping at their toes, but I think GSI is just a step above everybody right now in the sim racing scene. The grips feel great. Don't worry when you get out the box, they are going to be slippery, but once you start driving with it, that slipperiness just wears away. I think it's just the manufacturing process, and since they're brand new and never touched, you just have to break them in, so to say. You have the 5 encoders on front, everything is well within reach. The LEDs are bright and vibrant. They can be any color that you want within SimHub, which is great. The GSI FPE V2 also comes with its own dash, so you can use a dash that GSI provides just by going to their Discord or on their website. Additionally, you can run any SimHub dash that you ever so desire, so that gives you a great ability to use that as well. Again, the thumb encoders, as you can see, are right where you want them to be. Again, some of their older wheels did not have them. The version 1 FPE, the version 2 has it, and again, it's a much needed and much gladly added accessory. You can get all of these knobs in different colors and customize, because again, those are the things that you'll want to do, or maybe you will not, so you do have options. Everything feels good. The detents on the encoders, you can tell when you turn it once, 3, or all the way around. You'll be able to know exactly where you are and where you left off. So again, let's get to the conclusion. I think you kind of can tell where I'm going with this wheel. I think it's absolutely worth the money, but let's wrap this up and see you on the other side. All right, so I'm sitting here feeling straight thugged out with this sweatshirt on from GSI. I'm not gonna lie, but with that being said, I'm not gonna steal it because they gave it to me free. Just a joke, just a joke. But dude, this wheel is great, and I would recommend this to anybody and everybody. I think this is a wheel that's the best in their lineup. I got the aluminum pedals on the back and clutches. The grips feel really good. They're chunky, they're soft and squishy, the way I like them, and I think most of you prefer. The thumb encoders have nice detents to it. The funky knobs are right within reach, feel really good with the custom knobs on it. The encoders, same thing. The LEDs that light up, all the effects you can run on it, and SimHub integration and having their own app. Those are things that you want as a sim racer. Now, this is a premium wheel that's over $1,500 as configured with the purple QR that I would run on it upstairs. With that being said, the QR could be different, and I think their purple spacer actually should be three non-threaded on both sides, which will allow the triangle pattern. And if that happens, then it makes for attaching NRG style QRs a lot easier than currently configured. So again, I think it's a really good QR spacer, or hub, but I think it should be three-threaded, three non-threaded on both sides to make it easy to attach any QR to it, because you know NRGs are pretty complicated. The cable cord that comes with it is really nice. Like I said, this is a heavy wheel, so you want to be conscientious of it. If you're running an 8 Newton meter wheelbase or less, then maybe you want to spend the first upgrade on your wheelbase, and then I would say get this. They do have the GXL V2, which would be lighter as it doesn't have a screen, and then they have the X29. I do think this sits in the middle of their lineup for a reason, because I think it is actually the best value you're going to find on all of their wheels. When you get it out the box, it'll have that little sheen on it. Please just remember, drive with it. You might have to rub it down with something to get that little sheen off, but again, just driving works perfectly fine. After running a few hours of it, it feels much better. It's not slippery to hand. The gloves felt a little bit bigger on my medium-sized hands, but again, I don't have big hands, so maybe I'll get a smaller pair. But ultimately, this quality, I don't know if anybody can match GSI quality. Some are close, some are nipping on their toes, but from the buttons to the encoders to the way it feels to the customer service to the way they just handle their business, the 15 down there that Jose has been working with, I give them credit and kudos to them. So I would check out the wheel, use my affiliate link down below if you want to save a little bit. However, you don't have to. You don't have to. But if you want to, it's always welcome. Again, check out the wheel, check out GSI. If you like my channel, if you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to feel a little more thugged out and get up out of here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.